my head still hurts after going through all my little theories about the film.
Uh-oh.
But I think one of the biggest things that I thought about was, with your characters, you're on this road to like trying to achieve success.
Yeah.
And I feel like with Isaiah, he's trying to still hold on to it.
Mm-hmm.
And so it made me think, and I want to ask you guys this question. Do you feel like which road is harder, the path to actually achieving success or actually being able to maintain that success once you achieve it?
I mean, being that I've been in the business for 35 years and training for it my whole life, I feel like if you treat it like you never made it, then you never have to hold on to it. So for me, I'm always chasing it. I have not stopped chasing it. I never felt like I was there. And I think that keeps me hungry and it keeps me a student. And I'm forever evolving because I never feel like I'm there. And it's scary. When I get there, I probably have no idea whether I'm there or not because I'm still going to be trying to grow. I think stay hungry.
I love that.
Yeah, I think on this side of it, I can look at him and be like, oh, he's him. You know what I'm saying? So I can sympathize with his experience because obviously I haven't lived that life, but I resonate with it because, I never want to be in that place where, oh, yeah, I made it because I feel like I still have work to do. So I think the journey to get there, for me, I think it's always, like challenging myself in a different way. So like maybe on this acting side of things, I achieved this goal, but what about the writing? So I think, it's a healthy balance to the pursuit of greatness. But yeah, I think it's more difficult for that journey.
And also, too, both of your characters' identities are so wrapped into football. I didn't even felt like it was your character. It felt like he was living the life that somebody else wanted for him.
Yeah.
And it made me think about how sometimes we condition young men to think that sports is their only path or their only way out.
Yeah.
And so I wanted you guys to talk about how you feel like the film challenges or complicates that narrative.
Well, what I love about the movie is I think it's more of a parallel for any business. You can apply this journey in sports to Hollywood. You can apply it to the music industry. You can apply it to a law firm. There's always going to be the question of how much are you willing to sacrifice, right? And you never want to lose your integrity. I've learned as a young man, I didn't care about becoming a part of a system. I always wanted to buck the system. I always wanted to be the system. My family taught me to try and be in the industry. Don't beg to be in the industry. Create the industry. And then, you don't have to put yourself in compromising positions for nobody or nothing that you hold on to. I come with my integrity and with my goods and my acting and what I've produced and worked toward. So nobody can ever strip you of that because you're not giving me the opportunity. I created these opportunities.
Yeah, for me, I think that's a beautiful thing about art. You can shine light to different stigmas and bring light into that messaging. And like for me, from coming from a personal experience, yeah, I did put my value into the statistics of sports or the outcome of sports. And I think first it lived within the soccer of things, and then having to grieve that relationship with soccer. I played from 4 to 18 and transitioned to football. And so part of me thinking that value of who I was as a person was me playing another sport because I thought I have to be in college and have to be worth something. Let me go walk on to the football team. So yeah, I think this experience telling this story with Cameron Cage was a therapeutic one for me because, I hope people take away from this film the deeper message of, what it takes to be great. And I think you can't live in the outcome of chasing that end goal. Rather, are you a good son? Are you a good father? Are you a good uncle? I think it's bigger than the objective goals of whatever.
To hell with that. Was I a great comedian? Was I a great actor? Did I get standing ovations? Get them kids.
Was it 3 minutes or 4 minutes?
Hell
Or was it
them
5
kids.
minutes?
Hell with them kids. They gonna complain about you anyway.
Look, I just want to thank y'all so much.
Yeah.
Y'all better pour into me. Can you be my life coach, okay?
Yeah.
You was getting me riled up. I was like, okay. No. Look, I just want to thank y'all for taking time out of your day to speak with me.
Thank
I'm
you.
just
Thank
sending
you.
so much love and light both your
Yeah.
ways, and I really hope you have a great
Well,
day.
thank you.
appreciate
Love,
that.
baby.
Likewise.
Thank you.
Anytime you come up in here with nails like that, that's a lot of hate. Because these ain't even leopard. You gave him giraffe. Let them know.
obsessed with your character because I feel like characters like yours is there's a woman that most people would just think that she's just there tied to the man, but she is her own boss. She has her own empire that she's built. She's more of a strategist. And I really want you to talk about the importance of playing a woman who was always underestimated, but really could be the person that's making all of these chess moves.
Yeah, that's actually why I was so drawn to her. You know, and at the beginning while I was reading the script, I was like, wait, is she just, just his wife and, just there to serve him? And then I very quickly realized, like, oh no, she's like kind of also puppeteering this thing as well. And she has her own agenda and she wants to be a goat in her own right and, build her own empire, as you said. So I immediately was just like obsessed with her, and she was super empowering. And even though she's not the greatest person, I do understand why she makes the choices that she makes, because ultimately it's all in the name of self-preservation and survival.
Because a lot of people get caught up on like the journey and I have to do this and I have to do that to like make sure I hit my goals. But I felt like she was really this symbol of making sure that you're enjoying the moment, and making sure when things got too intense, like, hey, like come have fun or let's do this. I want to know, for you being in the industry, like how do you make sure that you're taking time to really just enjoy the moment instead of stressing?
That's definitely something I probably still struggle with, of just being present in a moment and not like worrying about the 10 other things I have to do, or, especially being a mom, you're always kind of living 10 steps ahead and making sure everything's really planned out. But I've definitely gotten better at setting those boundaries and saying no to things, even if there are things I like want to do. It's just, I have to be at home right now. I have a child and I have to do like wholesome mommy things, and that's okay. I love that. That's the, coming home is the best part of the day.
I love that. We don't put enough respect on parents. I had to watch my godsons for like 2 days, go through school with them. I was like, oh, honey, take these kids back.
Yeah.
I respect you. Like, it's a lot to do.
It's a lot.
But watching this, it made me think about, a lot of people think that it's the journey to actually obtaining success that's hard. But it almost felt like after watching these characters that it's even, I would say, more harder to like maintain that success.
Well, yeah. Also, I think when you are struggling, people are, they'll root for you more. But then the moment that you do have that success, they want you to fail and then they hate you for it. So it does feel like this double-edged sword, like you can just never win. And then also, I can imagine being the GOAT. You're constantly worried about being dethroned and having to maintain this title. And it just seems like a really heavy cross to bear, a heavy crown to wear, with a lot of like isolation and loneliness and a lot of yes men and never really knowing what's real and what's not. Like I can imagine that is like really isolating and probably not as fun as it looks.
Yeah, it made me feel sad watching Isaiah's character, like knowing you have to be on, but then knowing that someone's always trying to replace you at every step of the way.
Yeah, and also in sports, men kind of have, like, they're on a clock. They have an expiration date, and they're only good for a certain amount of time before, their knee gives out or their ACL or whatever it is that those injuries that they get. And, it's just such a physical sacrifice as well as an emotional and psychological one.
Look, I just want to thank you so much for taking time out of your day to speak with me. I appreciate you. And I'm just sending so much love and light your way. I really hope you have a great day.
Thank you. You too.
And we're going to learn to be present more, okay?
Yes.